Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic and a puzzle by Black Doom today. Take more U-turns. I've really enjoyed some of Black Doom's puzzles lately, and this one looks brilliant. Well over 90% rating on Logic Masters Germany, and well, some lines in the grid, but I don't know how helpful they are. If those arrows were normal, which you can tell they're not, they might look more helpful, but they're not. Anyway, give this a try if you want before watching the video. But first of all, I am going to tell you about Patreon, where every month on the 1st we bring out a new Sudoku hunt. July's being Pause's rather excellent, a 6x6 Sudoku, but where 10 small Sudokus were featured, and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people have entered. So it's a fabulous collection, and we recommend it highly, as we do everything that appears on our Patreon site. We bring you some of the best extra puzzles and videos there, including Simon Solve of Blobs's Lord of the Rings, which was June's Patreon reward Sudoku hunt. Now, what else have we got? We've got our apps, which do feature line Sudoku and a number of 10 lines puzzles and 1 or 2 entropic lines puzzles. And they feature arrow Sudoku, but not average arrows. We'll get to that in a moment. And Domino Sudoku, that's another of our apps. And of course, there's our merchandise and Sven Sudoku pack. But you can check all of that out on the links under the video, below the one for this puzzle, Take More Turns by Black Doom. I'm going to go through the rules now. Normal Sudoku rules apply. So 1 to 9 has to go into every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. On a peach line, every consecutive group of 3 cells must contain 1 digit from each of the entropic sets, and they are 1, 2, 3, the low digits, 4, 5, 6, the middly ones, 7, 8, 9, the high ones. Divide your keypad into horizontal segments to see those digits. So every group of 3 cells, that group of 3, that group of 3, etc. That group of 3 is 1 of each. Now the 10 lines, each thick grey line consists of 1 or more contiguous groups of cells, each of which sums to 10. These groups of cells cannot overlap. Digits may repeat within sums. I don't think they can in this puzzle. That is a standard 10 lines rule, but it won't apply in the same box. Now the arrows are not normal. Average arrows, a digit in a circle must be equal to the average, the exact arithmetic mean of the digits along the arrow. So if you add up those 5 digits and divide by 5, you get this number. Crop key, digits separated by a black dot. We've got 1 single black dot in the puzzle, have a ratio of 1 to 2. Not all dots are given. Those are the rules by Black Doom. Give it a try. Black Doom's puzzles are normally difficult, but normally great fun. You can check the video length to see how hard it is. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. Okay, I'm going to share a new secret with you. I haven't got a clue where to start this puzzle. I mean, I'm going to have to conclude something about the entropic lines, or the average arrows, or the 10 lines. Let's have a look at box 1. Okay, right. The total of the 10 lines, cells, has to be divisible by 10. Now, that means, if you know the secret, that every row, column, and box in a Sudoku has a sum of 45, you will realise that that means that the total of these 2 cells, which are not on the 10 line in box 1, has to end in a 5. And the total of the 10 lines, okay, it can't be 20, because those 2 cells would have to add up to 25. It can't be 40, because although those 2 cells can add up to 5, you can't get 4 groups of 10 onto this, because each group has to be at least 2 cells long to add to 10. And there are only 7 cells on this line, not 8. So this is 3 groups of 10 adding up to 30, and these are 2 cells that add up to 15. On the black dot, we can't have 7 or 9, so that's 6 or 8, with a 3 or 4 there. This is 7 or 9 to make up the complement to 15. Some of that applies to this line as well, which is obviously exactly the same. Again, these two have to add up to 15, but I can't narrow them down beyond that, I don't think. Well, okay, I can narrow this one down. So this group of cells will be that times 4, because these 4 cells average to that. Just as these 5 cells average to that, these 4 cells average to this number as well. They can't average to 9, or they'd all be 9, adding up to 36. They can't average to 8, because 4 digits can't add up to 32. So that is 7 or 6. And to make up the complement to 15, this is 8 or 9, and is high, definitely. And that means, now the thing about entropic lines is that they alternate every 3 cells. So that will be high. I know that because for these 3 cells, we need a low and a middly one, which will be in those 2 places. And for these 3, we have a low and a middly one, so we need a high one. So actually this digit will be low or middly too, and that is contributing. It's difficult for that to contribute to 28 if this was a 7, but it's not impossible. Oh, it's almost impossible. If this was a 7, one of the 2 ways of making up 28 is 9874, and that would have to be the 4. Now this can't be 987, because then none of these 5 digits would be high, and every set of entropic 3 digits would break. However, this doesn't have to be 9874, it could be 9865 with a middly digit there. And then there's 1 middly and 2 high here, and as long as you have high here, this line will work. And therefore I cannot rule 7 out of this cell, although I feel it's a lot less likely than 6. But now let's go back up here, because we got a start on the 10 line with either 3, or we got 2 possibilities of a start on the 10 line, 3 or 4 there. Okay, now the way to look at this 10 line, I reckon, is to think about, it's got to have all the low digits on. That's what I'm going to think about. And it's got to have 5 on. So the low digits, I'm not talking about the entropic low digits, 1, 2, 3. I'm talking about all the digits below 5 are on this 10 line. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5 is on it as well. Well, what does 5 go with? 5 doesn't go with just one other cell. 5 goes with 2 other cells that add up to 5, which are definitely low digits. And then the other 2 cells on this line are pairs that use the 2 numbers that aren't here. So whatever numbers are here, 5 goes with their 10 complements. So if that's a 6-9 pair, 5 goes with 4 and 1. And not in this group, because that would be a 3. If this is 8-7, 5 goes with 3 and 2, and not in this group, because that's a 4. So this is a 2-cell 10 line. How do I mark that? Let's use the pen tool and say that's a 2-cell 10 line. And therefore, this digit is 7 or 6. This is not the 3-digit bit with 5. This is in the 3-digit bit with 5 because that's either there or there. So this is a low digit of some sort. That doesn't all seem very helpful, annoyingly. And I can't even start this line. I mean, the same is true to a little extent in that the 5 will go with 2 low digits that will be the 10 complements of those 2. But I don't have any information about where it is on the line. I don't think. No, I don't. Oh, this is high, isn't it, in our entropic, 7 or 9 there. One of these is high. Is the other one always middly? Is one of them 6, in fact? 8, 4 would have that being a 6. Otherwise, this is a 6. So one of those 2 is a 6. and is middly. Now, if only we had an entropic line up here, we could tell that that wasn't middly, but we don't. Now, let's have a look at these U-turns that are in the title of the puzzle, or the peach ones anyway, because we've got this as well, which is longer. Okay, these two have to be the same colour, the same entropy colour, but I don't know whether it's low, middle or high. Let's make it green. And they have to be the same because they are 3 spaces apart, just like those two were. Whatever these two are, 2 of the types, and that must be the 3rd type in both cases, because there's a threesome there and a threesome there. Similarly here, there's a threesome there and a threesome there. These two are the same type as each other, and therefore different from these types, so that we don't have 4 in the same column. Now, what about these? I mean, the same is true here and here, but I don't want to come up with a 5th and 6th colour, 6th and 7th colour, so I'm just leaving that. What about these? These cannot be 9s or 1s, because I don't think they can be 2s or 8s. If this was a 2, these would add up to 8, so that 2 could be the average. That's not possible. And 8 doesn't work either. So these and these are from 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7. Now, can they be 3s? If this was a 3, that would be the average. This whole line would add up to 15. That doesn't work. Because although you could make the line add up to 15 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there'd be no low digits left to go on this entropic line. So because these 4 boxes are filled both with those 5-digit arrows and with entropic lines, none of these can be 3 or 7, because 3 would take all the low digits onto its arrow to make the average. 7 would take all the high digits, and that would break these lines. So actually these are middly digits, right? They're definitely yellow. So green and red in some order are blue and orange. And these 3 digits are entropic. They are one of each set, because we've used up 2 of each set here. That's really odd. Now that must apply along here as well, because this is a pair, that's a pair. They all have to be different pairs from that pair. Oh, hang on, this one carries on, doesn't it? That's red, because it's 3 away from there. And this isn't yellow, so it's green. If red, yellow and green are the 3 colours, that's green, these are red, this is yellow actually, and that's yellow, and 3 away from yellow is there, and this is green, right. Now, I don't think that's telling me what colour is what, but it is telling me that that's an entropic set, and that's an entropic set. And therefore, these 2 are a middly digit and a low digit. And therefore, they don't include... Oh, bother. No, that's okay. I was going to say they don't include the high digit. Right, remember that this 10 line was made up of 3 sets. One is a 5 and 2 low digits. The other 2 use the high digits that aren't in this pair, and now I'm counting 6, so they use either 6 and 9 or 7 and 8. But we've just found out that in this row, whether green or red is orange, orange is full. Those are not high at all. They are middly and low, and that is middly or low. And therefore, well, 6, 4 was a possibility as a pair, but that would break these cells. They'd both have to be 5. Oh, 6, 4 would be double yellow. That is not a possibility. So this is a triple. This is the triple with 5 in and 2 low digits. And then these are 2 pairs. So I was going to illustrate that with little pink lines. I don't know if you can see them, but I can. So that's the triple, 5 and 2 low digits. This is one of the high pairs, either 7, 3, in which case this is 8, 2, or 6, 4, in which case this is 1, 9. Now, where does that leave us? We've got 2 yellows there. One of these is yellow. I was going to say one of them is yellow and 2 are blue, but I don't know that. This could be 5, 4, 1 or 5, 3, 2, and they have different yellow and blue compositions. Oh, bother. I mean, this is blowing my mind now. This is getting complicated quite quickly. I don't think any of that is pointing to what I learn here. This is yellow though. Now, I'm thinking about this column. What's going on in this column? Say, well, if this was a 7, these are either 2 yellows and 2 oranges. They can't be 3 oranges and a yellow because that won't allow this to survive. So if that's a 7, these are 2 yellows and 2 oranges, and that's a 3rd yellow. Yes, this doesn't work. That doesn't work for a fairly complicated reason, but I'm going to try and explain it. If that's 2 yellows and 2 oranges, the 3rd yellow in column 6 is there. These 2 are not yellow. If that's 2 yellows and 2 oranges, this is not allowed to be orange on this line, so it's yellow. So the 3 yellows in this row are there, there, and one of those. And these are not yellow. Oh, bother. It does work. Yellow there, and 1 yellow here. I'm sorry, I was heading up the wrong track. Oh, bother. All I'm trying to do is rule 7 out of here, where I think it probably doesn't go, but I haven't achieved that. I feel I have to get started in box 1. We know 6 is in one of those cells. Is that any use to me? Oh, maybe I need to add right. There are 2 possible totals of these 3 cells. Is this right? I think that's right. But I'm not sure. Right, either this is 736 or it's 648. So they either add up to 16 or 18. The rest of the row adds up to 29 or 27. Oh, I don't know, these 2. I'll tell you what, there can't be a 6 in these 2 cells because this group doesn't have a 6 in it. It's either 541 or 532. So there is a 6 in one of these 2. So one of these adds up to 30 in total. And then it's 2 by 2 that's left will add up to 15. And that can't have 2 high digits in, because they would already add up to 15. So wherever the 6 is, it's going with 2 lows next to it. You'd have 30 on the 6 arrow and 2 lows next to it, which takes you up somewhere between 33 and 35. These 2 cells add up to somewhere between 10 and 12. And they would be high and medium. Oh, well, yeah, here's another thought. There must be a medium in those 2, and there is a medium in those 2. If this is medium, if it's not medium, oh no, hang on, there's 2 mediums there. One of those is medium. Oh yeah, but we don't know how many mediums are in 541 or 532. Oh, bother blast. Sorry, I'm trying to think my way around this and really struggling. My goodness, what do we do? I don't know whether green or red are high or low. I don't know how I'm ever going to really, well, I don't know how I'm going to find it out anytime in the near future. I haven't really thought about this thing. If that was 6, this adds to 24. That is not a helpful total. Maybe I have to narrow these yellows down. We know there's a 6 here. Do we know this can't be 6, 4 somehow? I don't see how we know anything like that. One of these is a 5. Oh, so at least one, there could be a 5 there, in which case both of these are 4, 6 pairs, but there could be a 5 in one of these cells, in which case one of these is a 4, 6 pair. So in one case, we've got a 4, 6 pair. Now, what does that do? It means that these arrows between them add up to 50. Take away 10 there and you've got 40 in whichever one of these is a 4, 6 pair. And you add those on, so those will be 5 more than the total here. That doesn't seem wildly helpful. Is that helpful? If this is a 6, that becomes a 5, 4 pair. Then that has to be 5. And this is a 4, 6 pair then. And that would have to be a 2, 3 pair. Okay, this carries on a bit. If that's 6, this is a 5, 4 pair, that's 2, 3, so that can be 5. And then this is 4, 6. Now, if this is a 4, 5 pair, these only add up to 45. 20 for the 4 arrow and 25 for the 5 arrow. 45, take away those 9 is 36. Plus at least 14 here is 50. That's useless. It just tells me those would add up to at least 5. That's not doing anything. It's doing no one any good. Okay, here's another thought. If that's 6, this is 3, that's 7, this is 9, this is a 2, 8 pair. If that's 8, this is 4, that's 6, this is 7, that's a 9, 1 pair. So this is a pair that add to 10. They're either 1, 9 or 2, 8. I could have narrowed that down before. I hadn't done it. Maybe it doesn't do anything, but I just saw it. Okay, how about this line? That entropy is the same as that one. If this was 7, one of these is yellow. And then there's a maximum 1 yellow in these cells. Is there a minimum? No, there isn't. Oh, bother. Can this be blue? Only if this is 6. This can't be blue if this is 7. If this is blue, this is 6, and these add up to 24. And we'd have another, oh no, this isn't entropic, so we wouldn't necessarily have another blue here. No, I don't think that's a path. My goodness, how do you make progress here, guys? Do we wonder where that goes in this box? If green was high, it would have to go in this cell. I've got to think about these more. Maybe I have to make this now. Now I've just remembered. Ah, it's so easy. I said this early on. That is an entropic set. I said this. And I'd forgotten it because we've got 2 red, 2 yellow and 2 green. We need 1 of each here and we haven't got orange. That's orange and therefore it's not 6, it's 8. It's so clear. I'm sorry. Well done if you got that ahead of me. This is now a 1-9 pair. That's a 7. Come on, let's see what this does. This is now a 2-3-5 set. Sorry about that. I had a little glitch with swapping into different screens by mistake. Now, what I was saying is this is a 2-3-5 set. It looks like my control key is working again. Now, we know that these pairs are 1 blue and 1 yellow in each case. So, sorry, a fly landed on my head. That was very annoying. So the yellow is shared. There's only 1 yellow in that group and 1 yellow in that group. That yellow is shared here. That's a 5. This is a 2-3 pair and they're both blue. And the 5 is now ruled out of these cells. And now we can do some maths on, well, we can deduct that row out of this total. Right, this total includes a 4 average arrow worth 20, a 6 average arrow worth 30, that's 50. Plus 6 and 4 is 60, plus 8 is 68. Deduct the top row, which is 45, because every row is, that's 23. Deduct that pair, which add up to 10. Oh, this pair add up to 13. That's either 8, 5 or 6, 7. I was hoping for more info. Ah, hang on. This pair is yellow and green. Now, can I work this out? We've had a low digit here and another low one here. How many middly digits have we had? Oh, I don't know. We need 1 more here. I can't work out what they are. That's so annoying. I thought that maths was going to be really useful. I'm going to try it here, but it's got 2 possible different results because of the 1-9 pair. Okay, so we've got a 4 arrow worth 20 and a 6 arrow worth 30. That's 50. Plus 6 and 7 is 63. We've got a total of either 64 or 72. Deduct 10 there is 54 or 62. Deduct 45 is either 9 or 17. That is a depressing calculation because this could be a 9-8 pair. Oh, bother. No, I'll tell you why the 17... No, it does work. No, it doesn't work. For this to be 17, that would be a 9, wouldn't it? Oh no, it does work. I was going to say you can't have the right number of 9s, but I'm not right. Okay, let's rethink a little. We've got 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9 in these cells. Or there's a 4 in one of these and a 4 in one of those. So none of these are a 4, that's obvious. That, in fact, is 5 or 6, just by sort of sudoku. And there's a yellow digit here that is 5 or 6 as well. And that is going with a 4 in the circle. So let's say it was down here. There's a 6 there, 4 in the circle, and those cells add up to 20, plus the 6 is 26. The other 3 cells here would add up to 19. That couldn't have 2 low digits in. What? Surely the 4 here can't go with the 2 low digits. There's 2 low digits in... Oh no, where we have... Yeah, that's interesting. So where we have the 6 in this pair, we have a 4 here, and these add up to 20. And the 6 makes 26. Then the other cells are 19. Okay, so where we have the 4, we have the 2 high digits here, which are 7 and 9. I mean, it could be green, it could be there. But that means wherever the 6 is in one of these cells, it goes with a 3 to make the sum work for the box. So there's either a 6-3 pair here or a 6-3 pair here, and that is a 2. That's interesting. So this is a 3 now. So now along here, we have a 1-3 pair and an 8-9 pair in these. Right, the 8-9 pair clearly goes with the 4 arrow. So 20 and 8-9 is 37. And then this pair will be a 2-6 pair adding to 8. So in one case, we have a 2-6 pair here. And in the other case, we have a 1-3 pair here and a 6 arrow adding to 30. And the 1-3 is 34. And these two add up to 11. Ah, we've ruled out 6-7 out of here by having a 2-6 pair in either there or there. So one of these is a 2-6 pair and the other is a 4-7 pair. And that's a 5-8 pair. Is that any help? Probably not. But can I do the same thing here? We had a 6-3 pair in one of these with a 4. And that was going with 29, 9, 7 here. So in the other case, we've got 1, 2 there and a 6 arrow, 33. These will add to 12. And they don't have 3 or 4 in because there's a 6-3 pair in the other double. So they're a 5-7 pair. So these are a 5-7 pair and a 3-6 pair. And since I know that's 5 or 6, this is 3 or 7. This one is the middly digit, isn't it? It's yellow. So that's 4 or 6. And this is 2 or 7, depending on whether red is high or low. And now I've got a 4-6 pair here. That's a definite 4-6 pair. But there's also a 4-6 pair definitely amongst that threesome. Ah, can I now use this? Right, if that was a 7, we worked out this can't be 9874 because we end up with 987 here and it breaks this line. If this was 9865, it would break this cell. So this is not a 7, this is now a 6. That's a 9. 6 sees this cell, that's the 4, that's the 6. That's the 4, which goes with 7, so we can have a 2-6 pair left over on this side. 7 is a high digit and red has become high. Bingo. Oh my goodness, what a puzzle. Red has become high, green has become low. And this is a 1-3 pair, and that's an 8-9 pair, and that sorts out the 5 and 8, if nothing else had. I'm not sure if anything else was meant to have. This is a 2-5-9 triple, this is a 1-3-7 triple. Now here, this is a 7-9 pair, so that's now a 3, which goes with 6, I remember. That makes this a 5-7 pair, this is a 1-2 pair. That's now 4, that's now 6. How is this 1-9 pair not resolved? These are from 1-8-9. Ah, they're resolved by this 9. 8-1-9-1. Bingo. Okay, so this is a 2-5-8 triple. This is a 3-4-9 triple. And I know about the 9 a little. Now, this lot adds up to 24 for the arrow. Ah. If this is medium, it's a 5. Well, this is 2, 3 or 5 because it sees 1, 4 and 6. But this adds up to 24. Plus 6 is 30. Plus 8 is 38. The other cells in the column are 2, 1 and 4 to add up to 45. So that's the 2. And that is a 1, 4 pair. 2, 8, 6, 1, 4. So this is 3, 5, 7, 9 as a long arrow. That didn't resolve the entropy of this digit, but we've got a 1, 4 pair there now. Oh, 9 is looking up at this, 8 and 9. And one of these is a 9. We've got that 6. That's not looking along at anything. I don't... Well, okay, where's 8 in this box? In one of those 3. Where's 5? I don't know, because it could still be there. Okay, I don't know. Let's find something else to do. I don't know what else to do. That's so annoying. But anyway, that was quite a big lump of progress. 2, 5, 8. We've got 1, 4. This is middly. I thought this was going to be really helpful. 7 and 9 are definitely here. Yes, okay. So the 2 of the 3 high digits are in that group. Therefore, there's only 1 high digit on this line. And that means it must be here. So it doesn't have to have another high digit 3 away. So that's an 8. Now 8 is in one of those 2 cells. 8 must go with a 2 on this 10 line. And it doesn't go at one end or the other. So it must include this digit here. This is 2 or 8. Because that's not 8, 2, and this isn't 8, 2. So 8, 2 is either there or there, and this central digit is 2 or 8. And the 5, 4, 1 set could be here. I don't think it can be this group because of that 5, 4 pair. So it is this group. That's the 1, 4, 5 pair. Then you have the 2, 8 pair in those 2 cells. Then you have a 3, 7 pair. But the 2, 8 pair is now looking along across at a 1 there with a 2 here. That 1 is looking back at that digit. Now we've got 2 of the same there and there. They can't be low because 1 and 2 have gone in the row. And they can't be high because they're touching an 8. So they're middly. And they include a 6. And that's a 4, 5, 6 triple. I should really colour them, shouldn't I? Let's keep colouring these bloomin' digits. Even though most of this puzzle isn't entropic lines, it might turn out to help. Now, we've got that 4, 5, 6 triple, so that's not 5 and that's not 4. This is now 7. That's 5. All right, yeah, I hear you. I'll keep colouring. That's yellow, that's high, orange. That one was high, that's middly, that's low, they're middly, that's high. Right, now 2, 8 pair, also looking along this line. That can't be 7, and it can't be 5. That's a 3, 9 pair, and I don't resolve them. Bother. Okay, that is high. These 2 are low, and that is not low. There's a oh no, I know it might be low because I don't know exactly what these are. And this isn't an entropic line. Do beg your pardon. Right, we've got 4, 5, 6. That 3, 9 pair. These are both low. That is 1 or 3, which is a pair with that. If there's a low here, it's a 2. This, oh, there's a 3, 7 pair looking at that cell. So that's 4. 4, 8, 6, 3, 7, 9. This is 5, and that makes this 3, and we now know its polarity or entropy. And we can alternate that along this line. There's a 2. That's 5 or 6. Now, the blue digit here is a 2. That's 5 or 6 because it's not 4. Trying to keep using the entropy. Here we go, 6 and 2, so I now know their colours. That's now 2 and that's 8. Oh, bother. Now I'm stuck in colours. There we go. Got that right. 8 and 2. Now there's a 1 in one of these cells, so that's a 3. That fixes all of this. 3, 9, 7. That's a 4, 6 pair. That's a 5. This is a 1, 4 pair. Oh my goodness, the interruptions. I'm so sorry. Honestly, if it's not my keyboard or the phone, it's the door. This is a very unlucky day. Right, where were we? We were looking at this pair, 1, 2 pair. Both blue. That's yellow. These are orange. That's yellow. Now, this can't be 1. It can't be 3 because that's not a 2, 1 pair. So this is 4 or 7. That's going to be helpful, but maybe in a moment. What about this pair? I was going to say that's yellow, but I don't know that it is. It could be orange. This one I know, it's a 3. So 9 is orange, 3 is blue, 4 is yellow. Hooray for colours. I can actually write these digits in, 6 and 4. Still don't know what that is. Can I do the 5, 9 at the top? No, I can do this 1, 3, then I can do 1, 2. Just Sudoku. 2 on this line goes there now. That's the blue. This is yellow and orange, and the yellow digit is 5. And that means this is a 6. The orange digit, who knows? 6, 2, 1, 4, 3. We've got 5, 7, 8, 9 to place. That's a 6 by Sudoku. Since 5 is there, it's not here, and it must be here in row 6. Then I can fill in these as well. Oh, I could if I wasn't just pressing the wrong buttons all the time. 8 and 2. So 2 is low, 5 is yellow, orange is 8. I mean 8 is orange. These are both high. And that, in fact, is therefore a 9. 7 or 8 here. The other of 7 or 8 is in these cells, but the 9 is looking up here and sorting out 5 and 9. Let's keep colouring for completeness. This is a 5, 7, 8 triple. That 1, 4 are not resolved, nor is that 7, 9. 3, 7. It's going to come down to this arrow next, I feel. Now, if that was a 4, this would be 1, 3. And that would be 7, 4. And some digit is missing from this column. It's a 5. We need a 5 in this column. Oh, no, 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 no. Something's gone wrong. Oh, this is dreadful. Because I can't put a 2 with the 5 to make that a 7. Oh no, this is so depressing. Did I get some of these arrows wrong? Yeah, that adds up to 30. That's okay. That adds up to 20. I've got something wrong. Maybe it was just this circle. Don't think it was. I can't make that a 5, can I? Oh, we were doing so well here, and it's all fallen apart like a house of cards. 3, 5, 9, 7, 1, 4. Two, 9, 5, 6. How is this achievable? 4 there wouldn't leave anywhere for 5 in this column. Oh, this is so annoying. When did I do something wrong? Let's add up these. 10, 21, 30, that's good. 9, 10, 20, that's fine. The average, this is an average arrow. It's not a regular arrow. There we go. Oh, goodness. Right, so 1, 3, 4, 7. 1 still doesn't work. Can't be 3 by Sudoku now. So it's either 4 and those two add up to 8. Or it's 7 and they add up to 14. That is not possible. So it's not 7. This can't be a 6, 8 or a 9, 5 pair. So that's a 4. And these add up to 8 to make this average arrow work. And they can't be 6, 2. And we need a 5 placed. So it's 5, 3. Okay. Oh, what a relief. I'm not going entirely mad, but I'm not having a great day either. So we've got a 7 here because it can't be a 3 because of the 3, 5 pair. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight. It's losing its religion. Right, let's colour away. Those can be blue. Orange can be high. Corner should be blue. That's high. That's going to fix this as a 5. That is high, whatever it is. The 5 is yellow. That puts 5 there and 3 there. 5. This has become an 8, hasn't it? So that's going to sort out lots of things. 1 and 4 are resolved. This is a pair of 1 and 9. So we'll colour those off, and that's all the colouring done. And then this is 7 and 9. And the puzzle works, which is a relief. Apologies for the brief interruptions and the loud phone ring. And that is the answer. My goodness, what a toughie. 46 minutes and I'm solve counter number 46. Take more U-turns. I wish we could, but that's a struggle. What a clever puzzle. What an entertainment. Very enjoyable. Well done, Black Doom. Hope you had fun with that. Hope to see you again soon on the channel. Bye for now.